Get ready to grumble before rumble.
What just wrecked the mic? What just wrecked the mic? What just wrecked the mic? Psych!
From my world, I bring you greetings. It's time to take a look at A Titan's Return Tape Man. Yeah, it's Rumble. He is red. We will address this point in due course. As far as the Legends class has gone, in this iteration, it's offered up some pretty good solid stuff. Most of those being pretty good solid characters of the smaller variety. Rumble here is, you know, one of those, but I've got to say, I'm not sure he quite lives up to the heritage of the Legend size class. It's just a bit off here and there. But any of the criticisms, which I will soon get to, are besides the point if you just want a proper modern, that sort of right size, little cassette man to go with Soundwave, and he does the job there. First and foremost, the best thing about this guy is just putting him with the rest of his mates and just making a proper little cassette crew. As a standalone figure, maybe isn't really quite worth it. Yeah, I guess Rumble is one of the stronger characters of the small little grunt type Decepticons that you got from the cartoon. But apart from the cartoon, he's like in nothing really, is he? And of course, yes, mentioning the cartoon brings up that point, which we will get to. But as just a little pocket-sized punk, he's pretty okay as a robot. His legs will go all nicely all over the place, and his arms, which are strangely wide and deep, just odd shape, will do enough. And then his head can go up and down, round and round, which is nice for a Legends guy. It certainly gives him a bit of dynamism and attitude if you can just sort of have him staring at his shoes like he's really bored, or looking up at people who are much taller than him that he's looking to punch in the face. Of course, Rumble here is a repaint of Rewind, or maybe Rewind was a pre-paint of Rumble. You never can really tell these days, can you? But the slightly sad thing is they're both mostly black. They both have red bits. This guy just doesn't really feel like he's different enough when you compare him to Rewind, especially when good old G1 Rumble had loads of gold chrome everywhere and shiny stickers, and this guy is so lackluster. Everything that's gold, or, well, it's not gold, but it's supposed to make you think it's gold, is just this sort of dull mustardy colour, and nothing shines and nothing catches the light, and he just looks so dull for it when he should be proper blinging. Yes, he's got the weird techie detailed thing, what is all this on his chest, that is very Decepticon cassette, and a vaguely shiny badge printed on there, along with his big red wheel nipples. As far as new or different tooling, at least from Rewind, of course, it's only his head that is different, but it's very much a good rumbly head. Nice visor. Just a shame that mine's got a bit of odd paint, so it looks like he's got this weird spot on his eye. Does of course have a very thin, stylusy gun that you can stick on his arm or in his hand, but any port you put it, it's just too loose. It's not really that much to get into with his robot mode, to be honest. You know, he looks okay, good proportions, I guess, nice little bit of dynamism with the articulation, but then you get to the point that his feet are just rubbish. It's really difficult to get him to stand up in any position because he just hasn't really got any heels. Just this sort of collection of surfaces around the front of his feet and nothing at the back, and he'll just fall over really easy. Before we move on to his other modes though, because of course he's a triple changer, can someone tell me what these little holes in his knees are for? Because I'm sure they look like they're supposed to be ports for something. You know, they're vaguely hexagonal. It's not just a random little detail that happens to be a hole. It looks like something's supposed to go in there. Like maybe it's 3mm? I don't know. I want to know what this is! Getting him into the first resort modes, you've got a super unconvincing tank. It's just like a block with some more blocks on top. Almost looks like it's made out of Lego, especially with these studs on the top to let Titan Master stand on it. Yeah, it's just a square thing. It's got some treads drawn on the sides, and the turret goes up and down. At least the way that works is kind of slightly clever, or maybe slightly weak design, I don't know. At least it's not unprecedented like it was with Rewind, because of course United Rumble was a tank, so there you go. Fits kind of. At least he has got a vehicle mode, at least he isn't just a rectangle. He can do things by himself. Well done, mate, you're trying. You're getting there. While it's not super great looking, it is of course like the most fun of his alt modes, really. You know, when the other one's just a shape. Something like this that's actually trying to be a vehicle, trying to be something that moves around by itself and shoots things. it's a bit more fun, it's a bit more of something, isn't it, I guess? Anyway, let's move on. Updating and replacing the old cassette form, you have of course got a phone mode for Rumble, and you know, as far as something like this goes, a bit of a little roleplay thing, it's not bad really. It's maybe not quite as convincing as Buzzsaw's was, you know, there isn't like a camera sculpted on the back or all the sort of buttons and things you would expect, but you know, the gun does make a sort of stylus to tap at it with, that then goes inside, which you must remember to take out when you transform him, otherwise you'll just fold it in half and like snap it. People have done that, I've seen him do it, it's not good. Just, yeah, remember it's there because it's all the same colour, you might not see it. But yeah, you know, shiny stickers are on the front, they're a bit more high quality than they were on like Buzzsaw, it's all a little bit more matte somehow and the edges aren't all fraying. Big gold button and there's a badge up there, so you know it's a bad phone that you shouldn't put next to your head. And or it just looks like one of those sort of rugged satellite phone things again, because of course making something that actually looks like a smartphone doesn't really leave a lot of space for Transformersy bits, does it? The headphone jack does still work. Can't imagine getting some tunes through it, or maybe just, you know, like the little readout on the sticker says, excessive bass. Let's be honest, the best bit of this mode really is the printing on the stickers. Although it's not very clear, it's almost like it's slightly out of focus and it's really hard to read, but it's all kind of fun stuff actually to have a good look at. Perfectly characterful little decals, some seismic imaging, which I'm pretty sure doesn't actually look like that. And then there's like a scope thing with some dude underground, is that like some sort of Predator vision thing, or maybe it's like the seismic imaging stuff? I don't know. They're obviously trying to tell you, in case you don't know already, or just to add a nice slice of character, that Rumble is the bloke who does things with sound and earthquakes and rumbly rumbles. Honestly, this stuff does elevate this figure just slightly, because, you know, they could have been boring like Takara and just done a decal that looks like the front of a cassette. No, what they've actually done is taken what they're trying to go for with this mode and run with it, and given you something that's just a little bit more, yeah, characterful, really. There's so much character just in these 3 foily bits of paper that are stuck on here. Arguably more so than the rest of the figure itself. Of course, like this, you can grab Big Daddy Soundwave and shove him in his chest, and there you go. He's safe and sound inside there. I'm not really sure how to feel about this gimmick. Now, I've actually got Soundwave and I've got a tape, put him in there. And, you know, back when I was talking about Buzzsaw around this time last year and saying, oh, it'll be alright when Soundwave's out, and actually feel like it can go with him. Yeah, Buzzsaw and Soundwave go together alright, because of course Buzzsaw was the thing that you used to get Soundwave with. But now when you go and put other ones in, like Rumble, and I've got Ravage as well, it just feels a bit odd, because you can only fit one of them in there at a time, and it doesn't like shoot them out, it just opens up, and there he is. Just something missing there. It's like, yeah, it's all there. He goes in Soundwave's chest like a tape, or like a phone thing hiding inside the compartment of a Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, it feels a little bit out of place now, you know? Yes, it's very nice to just have that big old G1 callback, that the functionality is there and you've got the option, but when, you know, it is a phone and a Bluetooth or whatever you want to say, wireless deck, it's not the same kind of compatibility or the same relationship between these two objects, and it's all totally down to whatever fiction you care to keep in your head. That means that Rumble can go inside a Soundwave's chest. But you know what, when you can do that, maybe it makes it all worth it. Let's return Rumble then. Is he okay? Kind of. Is he a fun little desk toy? Nearly. Should he be red? Should he? Now, this is where most of the comments on this video are going to come from. People going, oh, Rumble is blue, oh, no, he's red, oh. I don't care anymore, honestly. I have just abandoned the whole concept. I've let go of rib fear. I used to be a rib fear boy. Any video Rumble, I'd be going, rib fear, oh, memes. I just don't care anymore. Sometimes he's blue. Sometimes he's red. I would say this is the first red Rumble I've got, so it breaks the rule, but that's just because I've conditioned myself to call United Rumble Frenzy for a very long time. I do have a red Rumble. 50% of my Rumbles are red. So really, in my head, it's like, I can't really swing one way or another on that front, because it's like, I have seen this change so many times. One year he's blue, one year he's red. Oh, then he's blue again. Oh no, now he's red. Seems to be red forever, at least in the Hasbro standpoint, because of course the whole reason that this guy is red is toy accuracy, which is something I can commend them for. Because to be perfectly honest, Takara going all too inaccurate all the time, it annoys me. I just don't care about the cartoon that much. The toys are the things that need to be the focus of G1 updates. The toy for Rumble was the red one. Technically, the cartoon was wrong. So this is perfectly fine to be Rumble. And then of course, if it's not, just call it Frenzy. But please just remember, it says Rumble on the box. Officially, call it what you like. Hasbro are now playing the game that Rumble is red again. At least G1 Rumble, because of course the other two Rumbles that I've had with blue were technically the Fall of Cybertron Prime Rumble and technicalities, wiki mode. Seriously though, have you seen the wiki? Have you seen what Rumble's foreign names are? It's called Trundler in Hungarian. You can say Rumble is blue all day long, mate. Trundler is red. So personal preference and or the state of your own colour blindness aside, Rumble from Titan's Return is alright, providing maybe you don't spend a full 10 quid on him. Maybe that's just because I got Rewind first and had fun with the mould through a character that I actually wanted a toy of more than Rumble, more than any of the cassette men that we've already had regurgitated at us over the years. But yeah, Rumble's, I want to say he's got some merits to him. Just maybe his head and some of the paint and just the fact you can just have a full set of new cassettes. Except we can't, because I haven't made Frenzy. I can't really make a concise, definitive decision upon Rumble here, because yeah, he just feels a little bit lackluster. Feels a little bit like something is missing and a little bit more effort could have been put in. So if by now you still haven't got your hands on one of these fellas and you're on the fence, maybe give it a month or two and Takara will show up with a box set of this one and the blue one and shiny paint stuff and it will look a bit better. Who knows? But if, like me, you're just happy to pop into Tesco's, pick up a new Generations figure, throw down 10 quid at it, or like 10.65, whatever it was, and walk out thinking that yes, I've got myself something just nice and small to fiddle about with that also takes a nice sort of space on the shelf, go for it, fam. And just don't get your hopes up too much because there's not an awful lot here to enjoy. Catch you on the flip side.